Hello, Umut here. Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to do a mixed media tag and I'm using Ranger tags for this. These are quite good ones with thick paper. And I'm using size 8, which is really small. First I'm covering it with Gesso. I'm using this small tag because it's quick and easy. Sometimes you don't have time to do a full page or a big tag. That's why I chose the small one, and I'm going to use my Color Bloom sprays from Prima. These sprays have a little bit shimmer in them. You can see in the ends, you need to shake them a little bit with the little ball inside to mix the color. And you will see the colors that I used on the screen while I'm using them. And they have a stopper to prevent you from pressing it when you are not using it. I really like these sprays. They don't clog and they work really well, and I love the colors. So I can say these are my favorite sprays. I used Gesso before because when I put Gesso before sprays, I realized that they move easier. That's why I used it, and also it's easy to clean something when there's Gesso on it. And I am drying it in each step. So I dried it now as it is, and I'm adding a little bit more color. And it's drying organically when I'm using the heat gun. I cannot wait for this to dry, it will take ages. So here is the result with all the nice design that happened naturally. Now I'm going to do some stamping to give some interest. Again, I used my Dylusions stamps. And I'm using the same colors that I used on here because I want some background stamping. I'm sure you are not seeing it because it's hard to see on camera, but it's there. It's very subtle. I'm using a pink and purple ink from Archival to make it permanent. I'm going to do some texture work using this stencil from 13 Arts. I love these paint brushes, so I'm going to put them at the bottom, and I will use this Hugs chipboard from Stickles to make my sentiment. I'm using my favorite modeling paste, light modeling paste from Liquitex, and I will go over these paint brushes at the bottom, and I will place my sentiment on top of them. This will be a quick and easy tag, which is colorful with reds and purples and pinks. I love using bright colors, as you probably know by now. And to take my sentiment, I covered it with Gesso as well to get rid of the color. And I will use another chipboard from Stickles, these circles. Again, I will cover them with Gesso to get rid of the wood color. I wanted to show you how I am taking out my chipboards from its packaging. Please don't force them. They have little attachments to attach them on the surface, and you should break them with a craft knife. Otherwise, if you force, you might ruin them. It happened to me before, and I will use the pieces that I took out as well. I will make them flowers, the center of the flowers. You will see in a second. This is a quick and easy, maybe spring tag because of its colors, and I'm using flowers. I'm covering everything with Gesso to make them white. Now I will give some interest with these circles. I will stick them like this, and I'm putting my hugs. My paste is not dry yet, so it can stick on the paste directly. I don't need to use another glue, and I'm going to use this little glue from Stamperia to stick my other shapes. These flower shapes are from Sizzix probably, but they were sent to me by my lovely friend from India. We exchange some things like this sometimes. So she sent me these cutouts. She cut them with the dies and she sent to me. We send napkins, these cutouts and other things. And I use them and stick my circles, the inside the circles on top of them to make the center of flowers. And I'm using Stickles in red, pink and purple to go with the background on the center of these flowers. I will leave the flowers white because I think it's making a nice contrast with the very colorful background. I don't like things fighting with each other. You saw the colors I'm using on Stickles as well on screen. I'm going to use the same colors to put some dots on the tag just to give more interest and maybe make it more cohesive because there are stickles inside the flowers. It looks better if there is on the tag as well. And I will do my white splashes as expected. And I'm going to do a little black frame around my tag with my Archival ink. And the foam sponge that I'm using is from Ranger Cut and Dry. It's a big sponge and you can cut and use it for various things. It's very handy. And I'm using a little ribbon, white, to finish my tag. You will see all the supplies down below at the description area, as much as I can find them. Sometimes the things I have are very old, so I cannot find, but mostly I have the list down below at the description area. I wanted you to have a closer look to see the shine from Stickles, all the bright colors. I love it. It's a quick and easy one. Reminding of spring, which still didn't come fully to London, but okay. Thanks a lot for watching and see you next time.